and welcome. If today's your first time joining us, welcome to you. I'm Michelle. I'm over here outside of Athens, Georgia, and me and my online studio and my cats. I'm looking forward to our practice today. So, really, what we are going to do is nothing any different than what we've been doing before. It seems to be pretty adaptable for everyone, and it can raise your heart rate if that is your goal today. Also helps to strengthen your upper body if that's your goal today. And so I invite you to use hand weights if you want to, if you choose to. I'm just going to use some 2-pound weights over there today, or just something of equal weight around your house that you can hold on to. But you don't have to have weights today. Also, we'll be moving through sort of a high intensity interval training together. And what this does is take us up and down, kind of like a roller coaster. And the invitation is for you to raise the intensity to a place where you feel like you are getting the kind of workout that you want to get today. So it is up to you to go as much as you want to, and then to pull back and take a moment to rest as much as you need to as well. Okay, so let's begin. I have a cat trying to climb up on my lap, so I'm going to back up and let y'all take a moment to take a breath and just make sure you have everything that you need around you. Water, weights, anything else that you need to help you feel comfortable and settled in your space. Bring your awareness to your breath and don't do anything to change your breath. Just notice how deeply you can breathe without force. Mm. Maybe on your next few exhalations, you would like to exhale all of that breath out and just sigh the breath out, letting go of any tension, distractions, discomfort. And as you breathe in, take a moment to breathe in gratitude, acknowledging yourself for showing up today. And again, as you breathe in, maybe become aware of your intention for your practice. What is your goal? And on your next breath in, invite your intention, your goal to fill your body, your heart, your mind, your spirit. Deep breath out, just sigh that breath out. Let anything go that does not serve your intention. Any doubts, any distractions. And on your next breath in, begin to tense and squeeze everything from your feet to your hands, your legs, your arms, your hips, your shoulders, your face. And breathe out through your mouth if you want to, if you need to, and just let all of that tension go. Soften, release. And again, on your inhale, you're just tensing and squeezing anywhere that you can. Don't forget the eyes or the lips, the hands. And as you exhale, soften, release, and feel that tension drain away. Then one more time, inhale, tensing and squeezing. Breathe out, let something go. And for the next 30 seconds, I invite you now to breathe in and out through your nose if you can. And on your inhale, imagine that you're blowing into a balloon. And as you inhale, you begin to expand in all directions. Below you, above you, around you, in front of you, behind you, beside you. And as you exhale through the nose now, see if you can begin to connect to a core deep within. So maybe you can become aware of muscles of the core. Maybe you become aware of something deeper at the center of the core. So on the inhale, you begin to expand. And on your exhale, connect to your core strength, your awareness, your connection to the earth. On your next breath in, maybe you'd like to let your hands rise, maybe just about shoulder height. And on your exhale, turn your palms and bring your arms back down. Maybe it's one side, inhaling, palm rises. And then exhaling, palm releases. Maybe the other side, inhale and exhale. Maybe both sides, maybe one side, inhale and exhale. Good. Take your hands now to the tops of your legs, and on your inhale, just let your eyes and nose look upward. Slide your elbows back, slide your fingers towards your hips. And then as you exhale, slide your fingers towards your knees. Allow your chin and your nose to drop downward. And again, just at your own pace, adding some movement to the breath. On your inhale, you expand, eyes look up. And on your exhale, the eyes can look down, the fingers can slide forward, connecting to your core. And a few more times. And again, you're just moving within your own range of motion, following your breath. And exhale, sliding fingers towards the knees. Now you can continue to do this exact same thing, or you can follow me and add on. So you're going to inhale, the heart can lift. And as you exhale, keep the heart lifted and maybe hinge forward a little bit. So we're not dropping the chin this time, but we're letting the heart lead. On your inhale, rise up. And on your exhale, slide your fingers towards your knees. So I'll demonstrate that again. On the inhale, the elbows slide back, eyes and heart lift. And as you exhale, your hands are here to support you as you bring the heart forward. Again, if this does not feel good to you, you're going to continue to do the first variation, the inhale coming up, and on your exhale, slide fingers towards the knees. So just a few more times here. Just find your own way into this movement, following the breath. And on your next breath in, just return to a neutral position and move on one side, just bringing awareness to the shoulder, the elbow, just gently circling. It can be a little circle, big circle, maybe it's up and down, and just shift in the opposite direction. Good. Now you can choose to stay on this side or change sides. Again, moving one direction, just warming up this whole area, the muscles that are connected to the arm, the shoulder, elbow. Change that direction. Good. You can choose to stay on the same side or work both sides. And then change that direction. Good. All right. Bringing the elbows in now. The elbows are bent, palms are facing upward. We're going to open the palms out to the side and return to center. Just a little motion here. So we're not trying to get a big stretch or anything. You're just kind of checking out this movement in your body. What can you do to adapt or modify if needed? And you can do one side only, or one side at a time. Got about 20 seconds left. You can do both sides at the same time. Okay, so all of those are options for you to decide what works best for you. Okay, so next up, here comes the run. So this is exactly what we were talking about in the beginning. If this does not feel good to you, you can see if you watch me how there's a twisting motion that happens here. If that doesn't feel good in your body, then you can move the arms in the same direction at the same time. And that's going to take that twist out of the upper body. Okay, so both of these are options here. And you can move forward and back, up and down, or down and up. Okay, so you can kind of play with that. You can also reach and pull, so it's less circular and more forward and back. Okay, so all of those are options for running. And if it's available to you to add in the knees or the feet, you can certainly jump in there as well. Okay, so these are all the options that you can work with and play with, and maybe you can find what works best for you. Okay, so now we are going to keep this motion going. So we're going to come back to skiing. So we're all doing the same thing at once. And now just punch forward and pull back. And we're going to alternate between these two. And then if you find that one feels better to you, so this one gets the upper body moving. If you prefer to stay stable in the upper body and keep the arms moving, then just punch forward and pull the elbows back. Okay, so this is with upper body moving, arms moving, and this is with just the arms. Good. 5 more seconds, keep it going. Nice. All right, so next up, we're going to toss some balls. So palms are facing upward. We're going to toss the balls upward, up and down, kind of around. There's a bit of a circular motion that's happening here at the elbow joint. So notice I'm not letting the elbows float outward, but the elbows are hugging in towards the rib cage. Now you could do one side at a time. We've got 30 seconds to go, so we're halfway through the exercise. Okay, and you could do both. Now, right now, we're just warming up our joints and getting the body moving. So we're not trying to push to our highest intensity just yet. Just waking up the body, getting warm and ready, getting the blood flowing, the breath flowing. All right, so now we are going to climb rope. So even here, there's a bit of twisting that can happen. So you could use both hands, pulling both hands down, okay? So if you want to take the twist out, both hands can reach and pull, or just one side reaches and pulls. Okay. If that twist feels okay to you and that motion in the upper body is working out, then you can reach one hand at a time. So we're 30 seconds in. Now I'm sort of adding in a reach and a squeeze. If you're finding that this isn't really working for your hands today, you can kind of keep the hands open in a claw hand position and just pull the claws down so that there's less motion in the hands and the fingers. Okay. So just some ideas, some options. You can find what works for you. Good. Nice. All right, so let's let the arms rest for a moment. Bring the arms by our sides, and we're just going to reach down to one side, not let the arm float out, but reach towards the floor, and then come right back to center. And then go to the other side. We're not really going for a deep stretch here. We're just checking in with our balance, waking up the sides of the body. We have muscles of the core around the waist here, connected to the pelvis, the ribs. Good. And it's up to you to customize then how far do you want to lean? Doesn't take much. You don't have to stay long. And we're almost done. All right. So next we're going to row the boat. So here's some variations. Okay. So this one is going to require a bit of twisting. To take the twist out, you're going to row the boat this way or this way. Or just one side moves. Okay. So any option, any variation, anything that works for you, either twisting or you got an oar on both hands going the same direction, or you're supporting yourself here, moving one arm. Good. Nice. We've got 15 seconds to go. Almost there. Keep it moving. Three more seconds. All right, very good. So take a moment if you want to have a sip of water, and then we are going to reach for our weights if you're using hand weights today. And we're using just something kind of light. We don't want to use super heavy weights here because we are in motion. We're following the clock. All right, so rotator cuff is our first one. We've already warmed up here with this exercise. Now we're just adding a little bit of weight. Okay, now this is with both arms. You can do one arm only. Okay. And each of these exercises, we have a full minute. You can always stop and rest sooner than that. And that's 30 seconds. So you can count to yourself. You can count reps if that helps you. You can just follow along, not count at all. Do both arms or one. Now with lighter weights, you can move a little bit faster. With heavier weights, you're going to be moving a little bit slower. All right, so lateral deltoids, turn the palms to face in. We're going to be lifting elbows up and squeeze, up and squeeze. So you want to be mindful that you don't let the elbows lift any higher than the shoulders. They don't even have to get anywhere near the height of the shoulder. Okay, so here's another variation, another option. I'm only going halfway to the shoulder. Okay, to increase the intensity, you can straighten the elbows. All right, that's 10 seconds. We got all involved in showing variations. I forgot to tell you the halfway point. So we're almost done here. And now we have anterior deltoids. So anterior deltoids, the arm is lifting and lowering in front of the body. And same rule applies here. You don't want to let the hand get any higher than the shoulder. You don't want to pinch into the shoulder joint here. And you don't even have to lift it as high as your shoulder. And that's 30 seconds there. And you can find a pace that works for you, maybe going slower, maybe holding before you release. Good. 5 more seconds. Last one. All right, next we have bicep curls. So arms are down by the sides, hugging your elbows in. Palms face in as you lower. palms turn to face up as the hand rises. So there's a bit of a rotation happening here in the forearm. You can always do one side only. That's 30 seconds. Continuing at your own pace. Ten more seconds. Last one. All right, now we have triceps. So we have lots of options here. You can lean forward and just kick that arm straight back. My arm is straight and I'm just kind of pulsing that arm back. You can also bend and straighten the arm. You can also take that hand above you and bend the elbow here. And you can also press straight down into your seat, pushing yourself away from your seat. And we're about halfway there now. So if you need to change sides, you can change sides. So again, all of these options help you isolate that tricep muscle. One hopefully is more accessible for you, that you can feel comfortable repeating this. All right, last one here. This is our rest. It's a quick rest, 20 seconds, and really we've got about 15 seconds only now. So take a moment, check in with yourself, and then we're going to cycle through this entire routine again. So for the second time, we're going to begin with our rotator cuff. Go ahead and begin and join me whenever you're ready. Again, you can do one side only, both sides. Alternate sides. And that's 30 seconds. Your palms are facing up. Maybe you would like to turn the palms to face in. Make sure you're breathing. Next up, we have lateral deltoids. Lift and lower, no higher than the shoulder, lifting beside you, slight diagonal. So you can even see that elbow in the peripheral vision. Good, that's 30 seconds. Doing great, y'all. Almost there. 3 more seconds. All right, arms are straight. Next, we have anterior deltoids. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I like to listen to music. And since you're all muted, you're always welcome to play music in the background if that helps to motivate you as well. If you find that your arm is swinging, you want to slow it down so that you're not just relying on momentum to carry the arm. We've got 20 seconds left. 3 more seconds. Last one. Now we have bicep curls. We're going to add a variation here, turning this into a hammer curl. So with a hammer curl, you don't turn the forearm and the hand. So the hands are facing towards each other. And that's 30 seconds. Great, y'all. 10 more seconds. All right, so we had lots of options for triceps. I'm going to cycle through. If you already know what you want to do, you can just jump on in. So you can push yourself up out of your seat. You can also sit back against your seat and press your elbows straight back behind you. One elbow straight back behind you. Okay. One hand or both hands above you. Or one hand or both hands behind you. And that's 30 seconds. So finding what works for you. Triceps can be tricky to isolate. So if one just doesn't work right for you, try a new variation. All right, here is our second rest. You can take a moment, maybe have a sip of water, maybe put your weights down and shake your hands out. 3 seconds, we're going to jump in again as our final round. So rotator cuff. Palms can face up, palms can also face in. You can also do one side only. And that's 30 seconds. You can also turn the palms to face in if your palms have been up for a while. Maybe try something new. Doing great, y'all. 3 more seconds. Keep the elbows bent, moving into lateral deltoids. Unless you're feeling really strong today. I know that we build strength over time, so it's always nice to check and see. Maybe last week this was challenging. Maybe this week you can sneak a couple in. It's always good to check and see. You don't have to commit to one way. You can continue to try something new. And that's 30 seconds. Great, y'all. Almost there. 15 more seconds to go. 5 more. All right, anterior deltoid, arm down by your side. You're going to lift and lower, no higher than your shoulder. Again, one side, both sides, or alternate sides. And you might notice on the third round, you get tired a little bit quicker. That's all right. Got 30 seconds to go. So you can challenge yourself They say the best way to build that muscle is to work muscles to fatigue. For each of us, that is a different point, right? So if you're noticing that fatigue, get curious about it. Can you meet that edge? And can you stop when you need to? Because rest is also, thankfully, a big component of building that strength. All right, so now we have bicep curls. So in this final round, I like to mix it up. I like to add in the traditional bicep curl with the hammer curl. And lift and lower. Palms are facing in, or palms are turning up. 30 more seconds, halfway there. Great. 10 more seconds. Check in. Make sure you're breathing. All right. So pick your favorite triceps exercise and go for it. Doing great. You need to switch sides. You can switch here if you want to. That's 30 seconds. Halfway through, more than halfway. Almost there. 5 more to go. Last one. All right, you are done with your weights. You can put them away. Shake everything out and prepare for our next phase. This is our high intensity interval training. So for this portion, we are going to go as hard as we can for 20 seconds and then rest for 20 seconds. So here we go. You're going to start with some running. Now, again, remember your adaptations and choices and variations. So you can do the arms going at the same time, same direction, or each arm doing its own thing, or one side stabilizing on the other side. Okay, so just getting the body moving, running any way you like to here. We've got 10 more seconds, so maybe you can amp it up just a little bit more. We want to speed it up, higher intensity. 3, 2, 1, and take a moment to rest. All right, so during this rest period, you can either completely rest, just stop. You can also move a little bit slower at a slower, gentler pace. Okay. All right, so next, elbows in. We're going to punch and pull both arms. Okay, once you start to feel comfortable with this movement, you can start to speed it up. Remember, our intention here is to raise the intensity, raising your heart rate, raising your respiration rate. Good. All right, maybe a little more, a little faster. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, check in. So remember, you can completely rest in between, or you can come back to some variation of a jog. All right, next up, we're going to start on one side. You have a basketball. You're going to dribble, dribble, dribble this basketball. Now you can keep the upper body stationary. Dribble your ball right here. You can dribble the ball all around you if you're comfortable moving around that orbit. Okay. And then move to the other side or stay on the same side. Okay. And now maybe both sides or stay on the side that works best for you today. And you're going to go faster if you can. 3 more seconds. Go, go, go. Good. And rest. Okay. All right. So take a moment, check in. You can always use this time to stretch if you need to. And next up, we're going to catch flies. Okay. So with catching flies, you're catching all around you. Now they might be right here in front of you, keeping the body stable. Okay. Not a lot of twisting. You can also reach beyond you, above you, in front of you, which is going to require some leaning, some reaching in front of you, below you. Okay, so it's up to you to customize, to do what is best for you, and then speed it up here. Whatever is working for you, keep it going, keep it moving. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. So we'll come back to that again. You'll have a chance to practice, and each time it'll be up to you to modify that for you. All right, so next we have rowing our boat. Okay, we have some choices here. So you can row across the body if this feels comfortable for you. You can also row forward and back. Okay, so if you want to eliminate the twisting, both arms going in the same direction or one arm only. Okay, if you want to add in the twisting, you can go across the body. All right, so 15 more seconds. You're going to speed it up. Whatever it is you chose to do, stick with it. Keep moving. Focus. Stay connected to your breath. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Good job, y'all. All right, check in. If you want to keep moving, slow it down, keep it moving. Our next exercise, we will be climbing the rope again. Okay. So remember our options for climbing the rope. We're going to climb a little bit faster now. So you can add in that squeeze release, or you can just keep the hands open like claw hands pulling down. Okay. You can also do both arms moving at the same time, same direction, or one side only. Okay. So these are your options. And then you want to speed it up, whatever is working for you. Keep it moving. Try not to knock your glasses off your face like I almost did. Good. Speed it up at your pace, in your way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Take a moment, check in. Sip of water this time around. All right, next up, we're going to punch and pull. Punch and pull. Now I'm keeping it here right about heart level. It can also be lower. Okay, so find what works for you. Now, if you want to add in a crisscross, you can crisscross in front before you pull. Crisscross and pull. Okay, so it's up to you. Keep it going for 15 more seconds, speeding it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. You can break out of that. You can come back to a jog. Or if it's available to you to add in the feet, the knees, you can jump in there as well. Okay. All right, so here we go. Here's our dribble. Now we have choices. Remember, body can stay stable, working one side of the body only, both sides at the same time. Maybe moving around that center a little more if that's available to you. So the upper body is in motion, leaning forward, leaning back, leaning side, leaning side. Okay. Or no leaning at all, no twisting, keeping it right here in front of your body. Okay. So it's like playing drums, dribbling. So keep going faster for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. So check in, keep moving if you want to. Our next exercise is catching flies. Those hands and fingers ready. And here we go. So same thing here. Body can remain stable, not moving. Arms reaching around. Or body can move and follow the hands. Now you can also swat flies using the back of the hand instead of squeezing and releasing. 15 more seconds. So picking what works for you, keep it moving. Doesn't matter if it doesn't look like what I'm saying, just get the body going. Maybe you're just freestyle dancing. Keep it going. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, let that go. Check in. Cruising right along. Next up, we're going to row the boat. So remember what was working for you and jump on in. Here we go. Rowing your boat. You want to increase the intensity by increasing the speed. Increasing the speed might mean it's less motion. Okay. So if you have time to go slow, you've got more motion. If you're speeding up, you're going to keep that motion very small, very small. Okay. So keep it moving. You've got 15 more seconds to go. Moving in your own way. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Good. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Take a moment, shake it out. Check in with your fingers. Check in with your face. Maybe give a little squeeze, a little release. Sometimes we're thinking so hard, we're gripping our eyes or our jaw. All right, time to climb that rope again. Here we go. Climbing that rope. Remembering your modifications, your options here. Make sure you're breathing. It's easy to forget. Check in. Using that exhale to connect to your core to stay grounded. All right, speed it up. You got 15 more seconds to go. Actually, more like 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, check in. Maybe take a deep breath in and out. All right, and get ready to dribble that ball or play those drums, whatever imagery is working for you today. You can pass it back and forth. You can stay on one side or alternate sides. Palms are pressing down, 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 down. Good. 15 more seconds. Keep it moving. Good. Doing great, y'all. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. All right. Take a moment. Check in. Okay. We haven't done this one yet. This one, going to be jumping rope. So elbows will stay into the waist here. And we're going to jump rope by circling the hands around. Okay. Now, one side only works just fine. Okay. Both sides at the same time. And add in the knees, the feet, if that's available. And you just want to keep it going, keep it going. So now we're going for speed. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Keep it going for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shorter break here. And then get ready to catch flies or any variation will do. So catching flies, swatting flies, one side only, keeping it close to the body, both sides at the same time, moving away from the body. It's up to you. Right, keep it moving, keep it moving. Maybe go faster. Maybe challenging yourself just a bit more. Developing stamina, resilience, strength. Good. Keep it going. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. All right, check in. All right, 5 more seconds, and we're going to row that boat again. Here we go. Rowing your boat your way. Just jump on in. You can speed it up right away. Rising the intensity level to meet your goals. Good. Keep it moving. 20 more seconds. Great. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. Give it a little break. Shake it out. All right. 10 more seconds here. And then get ready to climb your rope. Okay. So remember either squeezing and releasing or claw hands. Okay. I'm just going to continue to cycle through our options. One side only. Squeezing, releasing, or both sides moving, alternating. Claw hands. Keep it moving. 10 more seconds. Going faster if you can. Good. All right, that's it. Take a moment, check in. So we've got one more round here. For this round, we're going to move for a full minute. Elbows in, and we're going to punch in front of the body. Speed punches. Excuse me. So punching, punching, punching in front of the heart here. Now, if you'd rather run, you can run. If you'd rather ski, you can ski. Okay, just something to get your heart rate up. Keep your body moving. Good. Halfway there. We're going to go for a full minute here. So lean a little bit forward, lean a little bit back if that's available to you. Three, 2, and 1. Excellent job, y'all. Rest. Take a moment, check in. All right. So hands on top of your legs now. I'm just going to slow things down. And just lift and roll your shoulders back. You can just keep your hands resting on your legs. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And then instead of lifting to the ears, see if you can maybe just kind of bring them forward and then pull them back. That might help to let the elbows help you drive. So the elbows can come in front and the elbows can pull back. Nice dynamic stretch here for the front and the back of the body. Good. And then bring your arms to rest by your sides and reach down towards the ground and back up. Reach and return. And just move at your own pace here. We'll do maybe 5 or 6 on each side. If you're doing one side only, then you can double that number or you can stop and rest. Good. Prepare for your last one. Right. All right. Let your hands rest on top of your legs again. On your inhale, slide your elbows back. Let your heart and eyes look upward. And as you exhale, slide your fingers toward your knees, let your chin, your nose drop downward. And again, inhale, just moving within your own range. Eyes look down, fingers slide forward. Eyes look up, fingers slide back. And one more. And return when you're ready to a neutral position. And for the next minute, I invite you just to simply check in. You can close your eyes if you want to, or just keep them open, gazing at one point straight ahead. And soften your gaze, deepen your breath. And take a moment to check in and acknowledge any shifts or changes in how you're feeling. Noticing your mood. And again, acknowledging yourself with gratitude for bringing you here today. Taking a deep breath in, inviting this gratitude to fill your body, your heart, your mind, your spirit. And with a deep breath out, invite this gratitude to lead you back into your day with peace, grace, strength, and ease. Thanks, y'all.